Welcome to Always in Our Hearts. I'm John, and today we gather not just to remember, but to honor the lives of extraordinary souls who left an unforgettable mark on this world. Artists, dreamers, legends whose talent, passion, and dedication touched millions of hearts across generations. Though they may no longer be with us, their legacy continues to live on through their work, their stories, and the love they left behind. Join me as we celebrate their journey, because some souls are never forgotten. Benny Potter, born on May 18, 1984, was better known online as Comic Storian, a voice many comic book fans grew up with. Through his YouTube channel, he had a unique way of bringing stories from Marvel and DC to life, not just summarizing them, but narrating them with energy, emotion, and clarity. For many viewers, he wasn't just explaining comics, he was making them feel cinematic. What set Benny apart was how accessible he made a complex medium. Whether someone was a longtime fan or completely new, his storytelling style made it easy to dive into vast comic universes without feeling overwhelmed. His passion for characters and arcs was unmistakable, and it created a strong connection with his audience. Benny passed away unexpectedly at the age of 40. While early reports suggested a sudden medical emergency, his death came as a shock to the online community, leaving fans and fellow creators grieving the loss of a familiar and comforting voice. Benny Potter's legacy lives on through the countless stories he shared. For many, he wasn't just a content creator, he was the narrator who made superheroes feel real. Chadwick Stephen McQueen, December 28, 1960, lived a life that felt almost pre-written in the roar of engines and the glow of film sets. Born in Los Angeles to legendary actor Steve McQueen and actress Neil Adams, Chad grew up surrounded by speed, cinema, and a restless curiosity for both. From the time he was a child, racing wasn't just a hobby, it was instinct. By age 9, he was already competing on dirt bikes, and within a few years, he claimed victories at youth racing events like the World Mini Grand Prix. One of his earliest thrills came on the set of Le Mans, 1971, where, still just a boy, he experienced high-speed runs in a Porsche alongside his father, moments that would shape his lifelong passion. As he grew older, Chad balanced acting, producing, martial arts, and professional racing, carving out his own identity beyond his father's shadow. He passed away at 63, with reports pointing to complications from prior injuries that led to organ failure. His story is one of legacy, adrenaline, and determination, proof that sometimes the road you inherit is just the beginning. Cintia Guldani, 1988, was more than just a name in bodybuilding. She was a passionate athlete, a mentor, and a familiar face in the fitness world. Competing in the IFBB Pro League figure division, she built a reputation through discipline, resilience, and a genuine love for helping others grow stronger, both physically and mentally. Her life was cut tragically short in Porto Alegre, Brazil, at just 36 years old. According to her partner, Gustavo Cesar, the cause of death was septic shock brought on by pulmonary sepsis and bacterial pneumonia. In the days leading up to her passing, Cintia had been preparing for the Muscle Contest Brazil competition, an event she was deeply committed to. Her sudden hospitalization came as a shock to those around her. Early speculation linked her death to a pulmonary embolism tied to intense training, but her family and event organizers later clarified the truth. It was a severe infection that led to fatal complications. Her story is a powerful reminder of how quickly life can change. Behind the strength and determination seen on stage, Cintia was human, vulnerable to the unexpected yet unforgettable in her impact. Doug Irwin is remembered as one of the most respected custom guitar makers of his era, known for blending fine craftsmanship with artistic design. His work helped shape the sound and identity of some of the most iconic moments in modern live music, instruments that became icons. Irwin is closely associated with his collaboration with Grateful Dead guitarist Jerry Garcia. He created legendary custom instruments such as Wolf and Tiger, guitars that became central to Garcia's performances and deeply recognized by fans. These instruments were not just tools, but unique creations that carried their own visual and sonic character on stage. Artistry in craft. Each guitar Irwin built reflected a balance of precision engineering and personal expression. Musicians valued his instruments not only for their tone and reliability, but also for the sense of identity they brought to performance. His work stood out in an era where craftsmanship was becoming increasingly rare in custom instrument design. Lasting influence. Even after his passing at 76, Doug Irwin's influence continues through the music still played on his instruments and the inspiration he offers to modern luthiers. His legacy lives on in every note shaped by his creations, reminding the music world that instruments themselves can carry stories, personality, and artistic voice. Ivan Dixon was born 95 years ago this week, marking the life of an actor and director whose work left a steady and lasting mark on American television and film. He became widely known to audiences through his role as Sergeant Kinchlow in the sitcom Hogan's Heroes. In a show filled with comedy and chaos, he brought a calm presence, quiet intelligence, and a sense of dignity that made his character stand out in a natural and memorable way. Beyond a familiar role. While many people remember him for that iconic television role, Dixon's contributions went far beyond acting. He also built a strong career behind the camera as a director, taking on projects that reflected thoughtfulness and emotional depth. His work often carried a sense of purpose, showing a careful understanding of storytelling and character. Oh, lasting impact. Ivan Dixon passed away at the age of 76, but his influence has continued long after. His performances and directorial work are still appreciated for their honesty and quiet strength. In an industry that often moves quickly past subtle achievements, his career stands as an example of consistency, talent, and meaningful representation. Enduring influence. Even today, Dixon's legacy continues to resonate with audiences and creators. His work serves as a reminder that impact in film and television is not always loud or immediate. Sometimes it is built slowly through dedication, care, and authenticity, and that is exactly what he brought to every role he played and every story he helped tell. For decades, Bruce Willis was seen as the ultimate action hero and the kind of performer who could survive explosions, fall from impossible heights, and still deliver a calm smirk at the end of it all. To audiences, he represented toughness mixed with humor, a rare combination that made him unforgettable on screen. Yet behind that larger-than-life image, a very different story was unfolding quietly over the years. What many people later interpreted as decline or disinterest was, in reality, something far more complex and deeply human. His later career, often misunderstood by the public, masked a gradual struggle that no script or stunt could ever prepare him for. As time passed, the contrast between his iconic roles and his real-life challenges became more visible. Looking back now, his journey appears less like a fall from grace and more like a long, quiet battle fought away from the spotlight. Early life and childhood struggles. Born in 1955 on a military base in Germany and raised in New Jersey, Bruce Willis grew up in a working-class environment shaped by discipline and hardship. As a child, he was energetic and expressive, but around the age of 9, he developed a severe stutter that changed his daily life. Speaking became a struggle, and even simple sentences required immense effort. At school, this difficulty made him a target for teasing, leaving him feeling isolated and frustrated. Despite this, he refused to withdraw completely. Instead, he discovered humor as a way to connect with others, often using comedy and playful behavior to ease tension. This early coping mechanism became an important foundation for his future career. Over time, he learned that performance could unlock a version of himself that spoken words alone could not, planting the first seeds of an unexpected journey into acting. New York struggles and early grind. After high school, Bruce did not immediately find success in entertainment. He worked ordinary jobs, including security and private investigation, which later influenced his grounded screen presence. Eventually, he moved to New York City in the late 1970s, where life was fast, competitive, and unforgiving. He lived in small apartments and worked as a bartender in busy nightlife venues. Behind the bar, he discovered a natural ability to entertain people, turning conversations into small performances. This environment helped him develop timing, confidence, and charisma. Although acting opportunities were still limited, he attended auditions whenever possible, facing constant rejection from casting directors unsure how to place his raw, unconventional style. Still, he persisted, slowly shaping a performance identity that blended humor, realism, and an everyman quality that would later become his trademark in Hollywood. Breakthrough with moonlighting. His breakthrough came in the mid-1980s when he auditioned for a television series that would change his life. The role demanded charm, humor, and unpredictability, traits that suited him perfectly. Although not the obvious choice, his audition stood out for its energy and natural delivery. The show became a major success, driven by strong chemistry between its leads and sharp writing. Overnight, Bruce transitioned from struggling actor to household name. Audiences responded to his witty, fast-talking character, which felt fresh compared to traditional television heroes. Fame arrived quickly, bringing both opportunity and pressure. The demands of sudden success were intense, but this moment firmly established him in the entertainment industry. It also opened doors to a new level of work, transforming him from an unknown performer into one of television's most recognizable personalities almost overnight. Die Hard and global stardom. Although television made him famous, his move into film defined his legacy. Cast in an action film that initially drew skepticism, he was not the typical muscular hero audiences expected. Instead, he brought realism to the role, portraying a vulnerable man facing extraordinary circumstances. This grounded approach changed the action genre, replacing invincible heroes with relatable characters. The film became a worldwide success and launched him into international stardom. Critics and audiences were surprised by how naturally he balanced humor with intensity. His character became iconic, representing the idea that ordinary people could rise to extraordinary challenges. This performance not only solidified his position in Hollywood, but also reshaped expectations for action cinema. It introduced a new kind of hero and became a lasting blueprint for modern storytelling in the genre: fame, family, and pressure. In the 1990s, during the 1990s, his career reached its peak, and he became one of the most recognizable figures in the world. Alongside this success, his personal life also drew attention, especially his marriage to Demi Moore. Together, they became one of Hollywood's most visible couples while trying to balance fame and family life. They eventually chose to raise their children away from constant media attention, seeking a quieter environment. Despite these efforts, public pressure remained constant. Professionally, he explored different genres, including comedy and experimental films, with mixed results. Some projects succeeded, while others struggled critically. Over time, he developed a reputation for independence, choosing roles based on interest rather than expectation. This approach reflected both his creative instincts and the growing complexity of maintaining a long-term career in an industry driven by constant change, career reinvention, and critical recognition. In the late 1990s, he experienced a strong creative resurgence that reshaped critical opinion. After a series of uneven projects, he joined a low-budget independent film that became a cultural milestone. His performance was widely praised and reminded audiences of his depth, As an actor, this success led to diverse roles across science fiction, drama, and psychological storytelling. One of his most notable performances came in a film focused on memory and perception, where he delivered a subtle, emotional portrayal. This period reaffirmed his place in Hollywood as more than just an action star. He was recognized as a versatile performer capable of nuance and risk-taking. His choices during this time also influenced a new generation of actors, proving that commercial appeal and artistic ambition could exist together in a single career. Later career and changing industry landscape. As the 2000s progressed, Hollywood shifted toward franchises and large-scale superhero films. During this transition, his career took a different path. He appeared in a mix of mainstream and smaller productions, with varying levels of success. Over time, audiences noticed changes in his role selection and screen presence, often misinterpreting them as disengagement. In reality, the situation was more complex, influenced by both industry evolution and personal circumstances. Despite these changes, he continued working steadily, contributing to a wide range of films. His presence remained significant even as the industry around him transformed. This phase of his career reflected broader changes in Hollywood and highlighted the challenges established actors face when adapting to new cinematic trends and audience expectations. Health diagnosis and public reaction. In 2022, his family announced that he had been diagnosed with aphasia, a condition affecting communication and language processing. This explanation brought clarity to years of speculation about his changing performances. Many earlier assumptions were reinterpreted with greater understanding. Later, it was revealed that his condition was part of a larger neurological disorder known as frontotemporal dementia. This illness gradually impacts speech, behavior, and cognitive function. The news deeply affected fans and colleagues, shifting public perception from criticism to empathy. Conversations about his career changed significantly, focusing on compassion rather than judgment. His situation also raised awareness about neurological conditions and the challenges they bring. It became clear that what was once misunderstood as career decline was actually part of a serious and progressive medical reality affecting both him and his family. Legacy of love and final reflection. Today, Bruce Willis is remembered for both his iconic performances and the humanity he brought to his life and work. His journey reflects extraordinary success alongside deeply personal challenges. While his films made him a global figure, his family's strength in navigating his illness has become central to his legacy. Public reflection has shifted toward appreciation for the dignity and love surrounding him. His influence on cinema remains significant, particularly in redefining the modern action hero as a relatable, flawed individual. Beyond the screen, his work continues to resonate emotionally with audiences. His story ultimately stands as a reminder of both human fragility and resilience. It shows that legacy is not only built through fame or success, but also through love, perseverance, and the lasting impact one leaves on others.